Perfect. Okay, hello everyone. Thank you for coming out today. So I'm Yvette Rodriguez. I am the Decon Chair for 2023. So the Decon webinar is mostly just gonna go over all of the different registration process, all of the different applications that will be sent out. And just go ahead and answer any questions that you may have about the registration process or any of the applications. Yes. So let's get started. One moment. So first of all, I want to go over registration information and to how to complete the registration process. So first of all, when you go ahead and open up the form stacks, you should see on the third page that there are multiple links. One of those links will actually be the 2023 CKI Decon registration Excel spreadsheet. Actually, let me go ahead and pull that up as well. One moment. Not this one. I believe it's behind this one. Actually, no, it's right here. One moment. Yes. So it is. Oh, okay. Actually, let me go ahead and actually I'll come back to that at the end. Okay. Yes, but one of the main links will be to the CKI Decon registration Excel spreadsheet. So for that particular spreadsheet, you'll go ahead for each individual club, you'll write down all of the individuals that will be attending Decon from your particular club. So you'll end up getting all of their information, including their name, what year they are, if they have if they're part of E-board or district. If they are a part of A-board, please have one of your executive board members go ahead and send me the information of who on A-board is going to be attending, and then we'll also go ahead and make sure to put that on their name tags. I'll also go ahead and ask about t-shirt size, if they have any dietary restrictions, if say they need any just dietary anything to have happen that's different, whether that's vegan, vegetarian, kosher, halal, anything like that, we can go ahead and talk to the hotel and try to make sure that we can have that accommodated. But yes, we do need to have all of that in no later than March 3rd, which is a Friday. That way we are able to go ahead and let the hotel know within good amount of time, that way they're able to accommodate. So the next two sheets that we need to have sent in is completed the Decon 2023 hotel Excel spreadsheet and then the Decon 2023 driver's Excel spreadsheet. So the hotel Excel spreadsheet is mostly just to go ahead and know who is going to be in which room, or yes, in which room for each club. So say you end up having 2 to 3 different rooms. You go ahead and assign who you want to be in each room. We do end up trying to recommend that we do keep it separated by gender. We do understand in some circumstances in which the club may have 4 or less individuals attending. We can understand if you do want to just go ahead and purchase only one hotel room, and that will be accepted. But if you do have more than 4 people, we do want you to go ahead and try to separate by gender. You also can go ahead and work with other clubs. If you have extra room within one of your rooms, you can go ahead and work with another club that needs more people to be able to go to a different room, and you guys can work that out in order to have that happen. And then for the Decon driver's Excel spreadsheet, that is more so just so individuals are able to let us know who is driving with who is in the car, and just making sure that everyone gets to Decon safely. We want to make sure that if someone doesn't end up showing up by the time that they had said they would, that we're able to contact them through text message or just calling them, just to make sure that everyone is okay. Yes. And then going on, We also want to make sure that all registration paperwork is completed when you go ahead and send in the check. So the registration paperwork includes all of our code of conduct, um, attendance agreement, and then also, let's see. There's supposed to be 3 papers each for each one of the attendees from your club. I'll actually show that at the end as well. Yes, so you just have to make sure all 3 of those are signed by each of the individuals who are attending, and make sure that you have all of those sent together as one giant pack to our district office. And then again with the check, you can go ahead and have separate checks, but we'd rather you have just one single check, in all honesty. You can have different checks when it comes to registration for decon, and then also a separate check for honor stows, which we will talk about later on. But we do want you to try to keep it to no more than 2 checks each. Yes. So fourthly, just trying to make sure that you reserve your hotel room as soon as possible. Once you know how many club members are able to attend, we just want to try and make sure that you are able to get a hotel room. We do have a certain amount of hotel rooms reserved for CKI Decon, but we still want to make sure that there are enough hotel rooms in case we do end up booking out past that number. And we do want to remind you that it is only 4 people allowed per room. You cannot go above that. You can go below that, but yes, just remember it is only 4 people per room. And then lastly, feel free to contact me or Yesh at any time if you have any questions or concerns about registration. Actually, any questions right now about registration before we go on to the different applications? All good? Okay, let's go on to the next application slide. So for the first applications I want to go over, that would be the talent show and the workshop host applications. So both are due on the same day as registration as our regular registration. So that'll be Friday, March 3rd. But we do try to hope that workshop hosts will go ahead and try to get in their application as soon as possible. That way we are able to refine the topic that you want to go ahead and do your workshop on. And that way we're also able to work with you on trying to get just whatever different needs or wants that that we can try to get you for the workshop. And then also for the talent show application, I can give clubs extra time if they need it. But I can only give them about an extra week or so, but I do need to have them reach out to me before the deadline. But yes, any questions about talent show or workshop host applications? All good? Okay. We'll move on to the SAA application. So this application hasn't come out just yet. It'll actually come out later on this weekend. I'm actually hoping to have it out no later than Saturday. Yes, but this application is also due on the last day of regular registration, so Friday, March 3rd. So this particular application will come along with SAA guidelines packet. So that particular packet is actually being made by my SAA chair at the moment. So that packet will mostly just go over just when SAA does, what we are expecting them to just look out for, and making sure that everyone abides by the code of conduct. And we just want to remind everyone that each club does need 1 SAA per every 4 club members that attend. If you do have less than 4 club members attending, please reach out to me and my SAA chair, and we can go ahead and try to work with you on what we can do. Most likely we will still have you have an SAA from your club still go ahead and be an SAA. But yes, but it's pretty simple. It's not too difficult. All you have to do is just go ahead and attend one of the workshops that we end up going ahead and just assigning you to, you go ahead, stand in the back, just making sure that everyone just again keeps to the code of conduct. We don't want anyone getting rowdy, getting too loud, anything like that. And then just same with dress code, trying to make sure that everyone stays within dress code, no one wears anything too short, anything like that. But yes, like I said, that will be coming out hopefully no later than this Saturday. Any questions about SAA? All good? Okay, we will go on to the honors reception application now. So the honors reception application, again, will also be due Friday, March 3rd. So this particular application is actually only for our seniors and transfers who are graduating. So this is in order for them to both be able to attend the honors reception and have a slideshow presentation and just be able to go ahead and give us a picture that they want up there, go ahead and say a few words about their CKI moment, and also just be able to tell us what school they're graduating from, what their major was, and if they're transfer, what school are they transferring to, and what major are they hoping to major in there. So this is mostly just to be able to show appreciation to our seniors and transfers for just putting in all of the time and effort and just work with CKI over the past few years that they've been in school. Yes, so we just want to be able to appreciate them and have the slideshow. Unfortunately, we are not able to give away free stoves this year, but we are giving them away at a discounted price. So instead of $23 and then $7 to $8, to have them shipped to you, if you go ahead and try to buy them on the Kiwanis website, you can go ahead and pay $15 for those who are attending decon and just pick it up at decon. Or you can pay $20 if you are not able to attend decon, but you do have someone from your fellow home club who is able to pick it up for you. So we're trying to make it to where you're not having to spend almost $30 to have it sent to you. And instead you're able to pay either half or even a third of that. But yes. Any questions about honors reception? And again, this will actually be coming out this Saturday as well. Okay. Next, we have a professional expo application. So this will also be due Friday, March 3rd. So it will be sent out again at the beginning of this weekend. So the professional expo, what we're hoping for is we're hoping to actually have preferably Southern California, just Kiwanis members who are able to attend, just be able to go ahead and give us different workshop presentations on whether it be interviews, resumes, how to do like a different internship, how to just go ahead and do networking. We want to make it to where individuals who, particularly our seniors, are able to get that extra boost, just to be able to have their resume looked over, go ahead and do a mock interview, just so that they feel more prepared when they're about to go out into the professional world. And so we're hoping that we'll have some of our Kiwanians be able to volunteer to participate in the professional expo. So that's what we'll be sending out, is we'll be sending out a professional expo interest form that you can go ahead and send out to your local Kiwanis clubs and just ask them if they might have anyone who's interested in just volunteering a few hours of their time. They can even just volunteer 1 hour. We're looking to actually have it on the Saturday, so March 25th, and we're actually hoping to have it from 1:30 to 4:30 p.m. But we do have volunteer hours of just 1:30 to 2:30, so just 1 hour each. And yes, they can go ahead and stay for all 3 hours if they feel like it, or they could just stay for the one. But yes, we are hoping that our SoCal CKA clubs will be willing to go ahead and reach out to any local Kiwanis clubs, and just see if they would be interested, again, in being a workshop host or just giving feedback on resumes and or mock interviews. Any questions about Professional Expo? All good? Okay. Well, I'm actually going to go ahead and stop sharing for a quick second. That way I can go ahead and switch over to show you all of the different applications and just kind of go. So what I have here is a 2023 CKI Decon registration. So this here is what you'll be using in order to go ahead and just collect all the information about your members who are going to be attending. So again, it asks about first name, last name, asks about email to contact them, the school, office held. So what we have so far is mostly just district and executive board. But again, if anyone is on appointed board, please make sure you can put them down as club member at the moment. But what I would like you all to do is go ahead and just send me or Yash an email with all of your appointed board and what their positions are. And we'll go ahead and make sure that we put that on their name tags. We want to make sure that our appointed board are appreciated as well, and also just being recognized. So next, again, we do want to go ahead and just make sure that we know of any food allergies that anyone may have. Again, if they need a vegetarian meal, if they need gluten-free. And also, again, we're also able to go ahead and try to see if we can get meals for anyone who needs a kosher meal, halal, anything like that. We've had a few questions about that come up. And we are definitely going to work with the hotel to try to make sure that that is accommodated. We also want to make sure, of course, if we have any decon committee members, t-shirt size as well for all individuals attending. Everyone will be getting a souvenir t-shirt included with the price of registration. We also want to know who is a graduating senior and also who is just transferring. That way we're able to make sure that we have their information to go to just go on our honors reception presentation. And again, we're just also asking if they're continuing in school, again, particularly for our transfers, and also if our graduating seniors are going on for a master's, they can go ahead and let us know about that, and we can also put that on our presentation slide for them. Yes. And then of course, at the very end, it just asks what degree or certificate they are earning. So that is what all of the decon registration particular spreadsheet is. So this one, you'll actually go ahead and both have submitted to the form stacks. And then you'll also send this to me and Yash as well. So make sure that you do make a copy of this one. I'm pretty sure you cannot go ahead and actually use this yourself. So yeah, so just make sure you make a copy and go ahead and just fill it all out with all of the individuals that will be attending. Yes, so the next one I want to go ahead and show you is a Decon 2023 hotel form. So this one, again, you need to make a copy of. So yes, so here it mostly just goes over, we want the main contact name, whether that's the president or one of the other executive board members that you want to be the main contact, the school division, the email address, and the phone number that you'll like to go ahead and use for the hotel registration. And then here we go down to room. So room 1 will just be whoever you end up wanting to put in. You can even go ahead and talk with your members, try to find out who they're most comfortable with rooming with. And like I said, just go ahead and write down their name. So you'll have member 1, member 2, member 3, and member 4. And again, like I said, you can go ahead and room with multiple schools. So if you end up saying only having 2 people in one room, you go ahead and start contacting other schools, trying to see if any of them need a room for 2 other members, and you can go ahead and have those members come in. You just have to make sure that you indicate who the other members are and what school they are coming from. Yes, and then also in that same realm, you can also go ahead and split the cost of that room with the other school as well. Yes. And then next is the decon driver's form. So both the hotel and the driver's form, they are not going to be submitted through FormStacks. They're actually only going to be submitted to me and Yosh. And it also has our emails as well, so just make sure you have those emailed over to us. Again, just the main contact name and all the information there. And then here for the driver's form, we just want you to go ahead and write the names of the drivers here in the first column, write their email addresses, their phone numbers. Just write what city are they coming from. And then also their estimated departure time. Try to keep it within about an hour or so of when you expect them to be departing. And also the number of people that will be in the car with them. And if you want, in this particular section, you can also write down the individuals' names. But again, like I said, we just want to make sure that everyone is being safe, everyone gets to decon safely. And like I said, if anyone is not there, actually, we will be adding another spot here that will also say estimated arrival time. If individuals are not there by the estimated arrival time, we will end up going ahead and calling just to make sure that everything is okay. As like I said, we want to make sure that all CKI members who are attending make it there safely. Next, I have the District Convention 2023 Talent Show and Culture Night application. So this one is for any of your members that want to go ahead and participate. They can go ahead and either do a talent show act or they could do a culture night act. Either or they could even incorporate the two. Yes, so for this in particular, again, the application deadline will be March 3rd, but if they do need an extra week or so, they can contact me and I can go ahead and do that. I can give them an extra week. The guidelines for it, it's just making sure that there's talent, creativity, and originality. There will be judging. We will end up going ahead and reaching out to some of our Kiwanis in order to have them judge. It cannot be more than 7 minutes long. And we want to make sure that they do incorporate the theme of space. And just make sure that they can go ahead and have other schools participate with them, but it is not meant to be based on schools. And once you go ahead and submit the act, they cannot change anything from the act without going ahead and talking to us first. So if they do end up having something within the act change, whether it's music, any particular dance moves, they end up having multiple people end up dropping out, and now they had to change how they wanted the act to be. They do have to go ahead and get our approval first. Yes, so they'll just go ahead and email the applications to me again by March 3rd. They will be notified no later than about a week later. I'll just go ahead and just ask them for the primary contact name. They do have to submit a YouTube link to the performance and just name all of the members who are attending. They also can have members from different schools and divisions, but they do still have to list all of them. They just need to give us a brief description of the Talent Act along with any equipment that they need or any that they want us to provide, and we will do our best in order to do so. And just any other additional information that they would like us to know. And then we just ask them a few questions about why they have decided to apply, what they're hoping to show the audience, and also if they're incorporating their culture, just how do they plan on doing that. Yes, and then at the very end, it goes ahead and shows the judging rubric, just so that they can get an idea of what to expect. And again, it just shows how we would like them to go ahead and send it to us via email. Yes, and if you have any of your members going ahead and participating and they have any questions, feel free to let them know that they can reach out to me via email and I'll do my best to answer their questions. So the next application I want to show is the workshop post application. So this one is a Google form. So how it works is that you just go ahead, submit your name, email, the school that you're attending, And then just go ahead and show us what type of topic that you're interested in. Just give us a brief description. And like letting us know why you want to become a workshop host. And then also going ahead and trying to see, once you do become a workshop host, how are you going to try to get people excited about your workshop? How are you going to try to get them to come to your workshop? And then we also do want to try to do an interview with all workshop hosts. So we do want you to give us just your availability for most weeks. That way we're able to go ahead and contact you and be able to have that interview done. Again, if you have anyone in your club wanting to be a workshop host, let them know that they can always contact me via email if they have any questions or concerns, and I'll be more than happy to go ahead and answer them. So the next one is, this is kind of our rough draft for the honors reception. It's not all the way completed yet, but I just want to give you a look at what it looks like. So our honors reception and professional expo chair is actually Alexis Martinez. She was our FTC workshop chair. So yes, so she put this together. So goes ahead and collects your email, your first and last name, and asks you what your status is, whether you're graduating from a 4-year college or transferring from a 2-year college. If you are graduating from a 4-year college, you just go ahead and write the 4-year college's name and then what degree you're graduating with. And then for transferring seniors, it goes ahead and asks for the school that you are graduating from, along with the degree you're graduating with, and what school you're transferring to. And again, what degree you're hoping to graduate with, along with the class that you're hoping to graduate in. Then we go ahead and want to find out what planet that they resonate with most. That way we can go ahead and try to cater each of the different presentation slides to the individual. We do again want to incorporate their favorite CKI moment as well on their presentation slide. And then we also want to have a professionally nice photo of themselves. They do not have to be dressed professionally, but we do want one in which, like we said, it ends up looking just clean and simple, good lighting, and just appropriate clothing. For the stoles, there will also be a stole purchase form here. Again, we would like to have one check from each school if there are individuals there that want to have stoles purchased. We would prefer that there is only just one check overall sent. We'd rather not have multiple checks of $15 each or $20 each. So yes, please reach out if you have any issues. We're trying to get that done. And we'll do our best to try to accommodate. And we do have a new address this year that we are using. So it's actually a PO box. So it's actually not the district office. We just wanted to make it to where it's more secure, and there's less likelihood of anyone trying to be able to steal any of the checks. We want to make sure that your money does get to the district office safely. Yes, and then we do want each individual who is going ahead to purchase a stole, just make sure that they print out a copy of this form that is sent to their email. That way we are able to see who had paid for it, and that way we can go ahead and just get that all ready in order to give to you or to someone in your club once decon comes around. And again, it just goes ahead and asks about division, if they'll be picking up their stole. Unfortunately, we are not able to ship them after all this year. So that'll actually be cut. Same with mailing address. But other than that, we'll just go ahead and just have people just put their signature, just acknowledging that they are emailing or that they are mailing a copy of this form, and that they are mailing a check of $15 to $20 to Kiwanis district office. And then they just also have a disclaimer form at the end, just talking about that we will not be able to ship them after all. Yes, and they will have to pick it up at decon. Yes. Yes, I know. I'm so sorry about the name badges. Yeah. Oh, good. We're definitely gonna try to at least create the name badges to look nicely. We are trying our best to try to see what we can do to try to make them more personalized. Yeah, something that we wanted to do was try to make them a bit smaller, but have more information about what the individual has been doing within CKI, particularly any leadership positions that they've had. But we actually will likely be having a digital a digital schedule / workshop matrix. That way it'll make it to where we're saving money on the workshop matrix and not having to print it all out. While also just making it a bit more accessible. So likely on the back of your name badges, there will likely be a QR code or a link of some sort that you can go ahead and just be able to look up on your cell phone. So yeah, so hopefully yeah, it'll still look somewhat nice. But yes. So lastly, we have our DCON 2023 potential professional expo volunteer interest form. So again, this is not to be filled out by CKI members. This is actually meant to be filled out by interested Kiwanians who want to volunteer for the professional expo. So yes, so we just want CKI clubs to basically just go ahead and send this via email and just go ahead and talk with their local Kiwanis clubs and just ask them if they have anyone who's interested in going ahead and just volunteering for a few hours just in order to be able to help CKI members feel like they're ready to go out into the professional world. And like what we have here, yeah, just getting them ready to go and do interviews, make sure that their resume and cover letters are ready. Yes, and again, this is going to be sent over to the DCON Professional Expo Chair, Alexis Martinez. And also, if you have any questions or concerns, or if your Kiwanians have any questions or concerns, they can also contact me or Alexis as well. Yes, but this is just asking for their email, their names. We do want to know what their field of expertise is, so just work related. It can be very broad. It doesn't have to be anything specific. When we just want to know whether they want to host a workshop or whether they want to give feedback on resumes / cover letters and or mock interviews. And if they are interested in hosting a workshop, what topic? 2 topics that we definitely want is interviews and resume and cover letters. But we all are also interested in maybe 1 or 2 others with topics that the Kiwanians can go ahead and just let us know what they're interested in trying to go ahead and doing a workshop on related to the professional expo. And then we also want to go ahead and, again, like I said, having just Kiwanians provide feedback, go ahead and do mock interviews with CKI members, go ahead and have our CKI members bring the resume and cover letters if they're interested in having Kiwanians read through them and giving them feedback. Yes. And then again, we are hoping that they will go ahead and volunteer for about 1 hour period. They are able to volunteer for all 3 hours, but we do ask that they volunteer at least for a minimum of 1 hour. And then we do ask if they are a past CKI member, and then what tips that they would like to give college students who are about to graduate. Yes. And then here are the 3 different forms that we do need from each individual that will be attending. So we do need the release of liability form. We need the attendance agreement. And then we also need the code of conduct / dress code. So all 3 of these do need to be printed out. And then we do need to have all individuals who are attending from your club go ahead and fill these out. And then all 3 of these will end up going ahead in a bundle and be shipped off to the district office along with a check. So make sure you do not ship them off early. Make sure you wait until you have everyone who is going to attend. Just, yeah, be able to have it all signed and send them all at once. Other than that, let me go ahead and stop sharing. And is there any questions? Let's see. Um, yeah, okay, yeah, all good. Yes. So does anyone have any questions? It can be anything about decon in all honesty. Yes. Yes, Austin.
Oh yeah, I was wondering if you could tell us what would potentially be served for our meals.
Yes. Yes. So for meals, unfortunately, we are not able to serve Friday night. But for Friday night, we are going to be having a fundraiser that we are setting up with a likely with a fast food restaurant out in Riverside that's near the hotel. And for that fundraiser, we're just hoping to just have individuals who are getting there on Friday night just be able to go and eat at that particular restaurant. And then we also go ahead and get some of that money back for CKI. Yes, but there will be meals provided for Saturday morning. I do believe we are having lunch served and then also dinner. For breakfast Sunday morning, I do not believe we will be having breakfast for Sunday morning. I can check to make sure, but I will put that out in my next email to let everyone know for sure. But I believe it is mostly only going to be Saturday. Mm-hmm. Any other questions?
Yeah. Hello. Hi,
Yeah.
I'm actually the advisor for Citrus. If
Mm-hmm.
it's the same with in the past, they don't provide breakfast on Saturday. Are they changing it that way, or normally it's Sunday morning before everybody departures they have breakfast? Is
Um,
that right? Are they changing it up this year?
Actually, let me check on that. Let me talk with Tim and also the Riverside Marriott just to make sure. I'm not 100% sure, but like I said, I will make sure to have that out in our next email coming out this Saturday. Um,
Yeah, typically, because I've been a Circle Care and I was a Kiwin,
uh-huh,
and it runs the same. I don't know if it's changed in the past now
yeah.
because of COVID, the numbers of members or stuff like that. But typically, what they do is they feed you on Saturday lunch, dinner, and then Sunday morning.
That might be what it is. Yes. Yeah, I think it was only 3 meals this past decon as well. So that actually might be what it is. Yeah, but let me double check with Tim, who is our main just our main correspondent with the Marriott Riverside. And yes, I'll make sure to get that out on our next email.
Oh, perfect. And also, to me and my husband, we actually live like 20 minutes away from there.
Mhm.
Um, if you need any support, like advisor Kiwanis to help out, we're more than welcome to help. For
Yeah, that'd
you,
be
just so you know
great.
that, because I have a
Mhm.
background in event planning. My husband does a lot of event planning stuff. So we are the advisors for Citrus, and we're service advisor. So if you need anything, let us know. We could help.
Yes,
We're
that'd be
extra bodies
great.
for you guys. We're extra bodies.
Thank you.
You're
Yes, that'd
welcome.
be great. Thank you so much.
Oh,
Yes,
you're welcome.
we will yes, we would love to utilize any extra help that we can get. We do have a pretty small committee this year. But yes, we would love to have any extra help. Actually, could you send me your email in the group chat? Yes, and I'll make sure to reach out to you. Yes. Any other questions? Yes, Austin.
Oh yeah, I was just wondering if you could share with us your favorite part about decon.
Yeah. So my favorite part about decon, well, first of all, of course, just being able to go down to SoCal. I'm from NorCal, so for me, I love the traveling part. But I also really just enjoyed all the different workshops last year. I really enjoyed just being able to just meet people from other colleges, just seeing what they do differently in their CKI club. I thought it was really nice just being able to, like I said, make friendships and just networking with others. And that's kind of what I'm hoping that everyone else will get out of this year. Hmm. Yeah. Any other questions? Perfect. Thank you so much. Yes, I'll make sure to go ahead and email you both. Yes, any extra help would be very much appreciated.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, any other last minute questions? And if not, feel free to always contact me via email. Let me know if you have any questions, if you want to set up um an office hour. That's another thing. I will be sending out office hours in my next email as well. But if those office hours don't work for you, let me know via email and I'll go ahead and try to work as much as I can with your schedule and just trying to make sure that I'm able to answer any and all questions and just help you be able to get you and your club members over to CKI DCon 2023. Any other questions? All good? Okay, well, thank you all for coming out to my DCon webinar. I really appreciate it. I really hope that it helped just give you a better idea of what you have to have submitted, made sure that you kind of understand just the different types of applications that we have that you're able to go ahead and try to just get your members to apply for. Yes, but I hope to see you all at DCon 2023. Again, thank you so much for attending.